Well, hello everyone, this is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tiny bench. Today we're going to be doing a spider pattern. It's called the Endrick Spider. From what I can find, its origins are from Scotland. Yeah, let's get it going. Great little wet pattern, spider pattern. So let's get her going here. So this Hens BL254N in a size 8. I'm going to be using some black, where did I put it? My black Nanosilk for tying. Then for the body, I'm going to be using some pheasant tail fibers. For the rib, I'm going to be using some Semperfli 0.2 mil wire. This one is the March Brown color. For the abdomen section, I'm going to be using for the thorax, some peacock herl, and then for the wing, the hackle, it's going to be a hen pheasant skin. So a hen pheasant, just one. Alrighty, let's get her going. So this has got a few steps to it, but all in all, not crazy difficult. Come right back to where that bend is going to start. Back forward, just to make sure everything's tied in really well. Nip that off. Going to take some pheasant tail fibers here. Not a ton of them. I only need like 3 or 4 at the most. Just make sure those tips are lined up. So they are. And I'm going to want that about the length of the body. The body's going to be about that long, so about like there. So I'm going to just come back and just right where I do a pinch wrap. See how long that is? That's pretty good. I'm liking that. Then I'm going to cut those off roughly where that body's going to end. About there. Just tie those down. And then I'm going to take that March Brown, Semperfli March Brown wire, come back, tie that in. It's going to be your rib. Okay. Now I'm going to take some more of those pheasant tail fibers, probably 4 or 5. And I'm going to just nip off the tips, tie this in by the tip. Just come back forward again, nip that in by the tip. Just hold on, I just realized I got a bit of a skin catch there, and that's making it difficult for tying. So just come right back to where that tail was tied in, a little bit more, and back forward, stop there. And then just touching wraps, don't overlap, just touching. Come back forward, nice and tight on this. Okay. Don't worry if one breaks off like that. We can get rid of that one in a second here. Just make sure that's tied down nice. Take my ribbing material and just do 4 or 5 ribs on the way up here. That'll help, first of all, with segmentation, and it'll also help with holding that pheasant tail material, because that pheasant tail is a bit brittle, right, when a fish's teeth get on it. Okay, so now I'm going to take some peacock herl. And this is another brittle material, but this one's going to kind of be hidden underneath. So I'm going to take like 3 fibers here, because I want to create a bit of a ball here with this. So take 3 fibers, tie that in well. I'm going to stop about there because I want to leave room for my hackle, obviously. So I'm just kind of going back over top of it a few times. One more. Yeah. And then I'm just going to tie that off. Don't go too tight with this Nanosilk or with any GSP. You'll cut this stuff, right? So, okay. Now I'm going to take my hen pheasant skin. So this is just one feather from the hen pheasant. I'm just going to see how long that's going to be. Yeah, that's good. That's what I want. I want it to come to the tail. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off here because I don't want it too overly dressed. And I'm going to tie this in by the tip. So I'm just going to grab the tip and then separate these fibers. Okay. Tie that in. Make sure it's tied in well. Cut off my tip. Now you could do that ahead of time. You could cut the V, the triangle shape ahead. I like doing it that way. I find that way I find I get more purchase on it, right? So just gonna do a whip finish here. Whoop. Sorry, got it caught in my. Anytime you got those little skin tags, that's what happened there. I went to go forward and it just got hooked on one of this little dry skin thing on my tip of my thumb. So, okay, now that that's done, I'm going to take my feather and I'm going to try to fold this back a bit. I want it to naturally train backwards. So this is going to be a heavier dressed hackle in the front, but I don't want it crazy heavy. So, but it is going to be heavier than a lot of your wet flies. It's going to be heavier than a lot of your spiders. So there we go. Pull too hard. Stuff happens. Grab another one. Just do that a little quicker without yakking. Yeah, I pulled too hard on that one, which again happens. So back right against that peacock, come forward, even tie right over top, and then nip that off again. Nip that point off, that tip. There we go. And then do my whip finish again. The reason I do my whip finishes here, guys, is because I have a tendency of being a little bit heavy-handed because of my big clunking millwright hands. So I quite often I'll knock that over and then it'll unwind and unwrap. So I try to avoid that by helping it out. So again, just make sure we stroke all that material back every time you come around. I'm going to get about 3 turns here. That's what I want. It's my 3rd turn there, and then I'll take a look. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I'll stop there. Okay, and nip off that front piece, that stem. Now I'm going to build a little bit of a head. I don't want to go back too far here. I don't want to train this stuff back too much. I want it to flare out, which it will in a minute once I'm finished here. And then I'll just take my brush. Where is it? I always like brushing it backwards. It helps with getting anything that's stuck in there out. And then if there's any little guys like that, you can just get in there and just nip them. Right. And that's it. That is the Endrick Spider. Super, super simple. Super effective. Can work as so many different insects, but with that little ball of peacock curling behind there, it'll help pulsate this. Plus that natural, peacock curl is probably one of, if not the best all-around natural material there is out there. It's just that it unfortunately is so brittle, right? Other than that, it is probably used in peacock curl and pheasant tail is probably used in more fly patterns around the world than anything else, and it has for 100 years. So, all right, like I said, pretty easy fly to tie. Really nice air, like it breathes really nice. When this gets wet, it'll lay down really nicely, and then it'll pulsate as you strip it. So this is definitely a pulling fly, a stripping fly. So, okay, hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel. Please let me know if there's anything you guys want me to tie. I've tied a few flies lately. The 52 Buick for a viewer, and the Michelux Edge for another viewer that had requested them. So if you got any requests other than a Gomphus, I won't tie those. I buy those. Other than that, yeah, just let me know what you guys like to see, and I'll see what I can do for you. Alrighty. Tie lines, everybody.